welcome to TV47. It's Saturday, the 20th of June. It's World Refugee Day, and then tomorrow is Father's Day. Quite a busy weekend, this one. Welcome to TV47 Prime. I'm Wakio Mzenge. Our sign language interpreter is Rhoda Nyamai. We begin with police have arrested 56 suspects in connection with the violent clashes witnessed in Kuresoi North constituency in Nakuru County during a women and youth empowerment event. The chaos erupted after supporters of Nakuru Governor Susan Kihika and those of Kuresoi North MP Alfred Mutai engaged in violent confrontations, leaving 3 people nursing gunshot wounds. Mike Chalo reports.
Following Thursday's violent confrontation at Umoja Tuluet Secondary School grounds in Kuresoi North constituency, which left 3 people with gunshot wounds, several vehicles damaged, and a bus torched, police have confirmed the arrest of 56 suspects believed to have been involved in the chaos. Police say the suspects were found in possession of 2 spent cartridges, 1 bullet head, 1 live round of ammunition, several stones, 4 rungus, 1 panga, and 1 Masai sword. Authorities have also renewed calls for Kuresoi North MP Alfred Mutai to surrender to police as investigations continue. Former Bati MP Kimani Ngunjiri has blamed Governor Susan Kihika for the violence, accusing her for attempting to influence the selection of candidates expected to contest various parliamentary seats in Nakuru County.
Ni nani amechokosa mwingine? Hii ni governor amechokosa wajumbe. 1, yeye na baba yake sawasawa na kabisa. Vile baba yake alifuruga Nakuru County, huyu mama is the same. And I want to assure you, hautaweza kufuruga. Naivasha, ako na mtu yake ya kazi inaitwa Kehage, anataka kuweka huko. Gilgil, ako na mtu yake anataka kuweka huko. I'm not saying that Mutai is 100%, but I want to say Mutai alichokoswa. Na ni kitu kilikuwa imepangwa.
Kericho Governor Eric Mutai has also condemned the violence and called on the residents of Kuresoi to maintain peace and allow the law to take its course.
As a leader of this region, we want to say we will not, and I ask the Minister Murkomen, that we will not allow politicians to organize young men to kill each other, to fight for politicians. We want to organize for empowerment. We don't want to organize to disempower our youth through fires and goonism in this nation.
Mike Chalo, TV47.
Meanwhile, Deputy Inspector General of Police Eliud Lagat has assured Kenyans of adequate security ahead of the planned June 25th protests, adding that security agencies are fully prepared to maintain law and order across the country. This comes as residents of Kitengela have taken a firm stance against planned protests in their town, expressing a collective determination to protect local businesses and uphold peace and stability. Samira Mohammed with more details.
As Kenyans prepare to mark the 2nd anniversary of the June 25th protests, Deputy Inspector General of Police Eliud Lagat has assured Kenyans of heightened security ahead of the planned June 25th protests, saying police and other security agencies are fully prepared to maintain law and order across the country.
Next week amna shida. Kenyans wataendelea na kazi zao. Wale wanataka watalete fujo watakabiliwa na mtindo wa sheria, lakini Wakenya wako huru kufanya kazi zao. Amna shida. We will provide security to all Kenyans.
Lagat has warned that while the Constitution protects the right to peaceful assembly and demonstrations, any individuals involved in violence, destruction of property, or criminal activity will be arrested and prosecuted.
Na wale watalete fujo, we will arrest them. But peace will prevail.
Meanwhile, a section of Kenya Kwanza leaders has criticized the opposition over the planned protests, urging Kenyans to reject actions they say could disrupt peace and stability. At the local level, tensions are emerging in parts of Kitengela as some residents vow to oppose any demonstrations within the town.
hakuna watu ambao watatolewa Nairobi kuja kuharibu mali ya watu hapa Kitengela. Tuko pamoja? Tuko pamoja?
Tufika wakati mwisho sisi kusema hatutaji tena maandamano hii tauni yetu ya Kitengela. Na imefika mahali kama vijana wenzangu tukatae mambo ya kutumika na wanasiasa, kuchochewa na kuja kuharibu mali katika Kitengela yetu.
The residents say they are committed to protecting businesses and maintain peace and stability, while also pledging to work closely with security agencies to ensure normal daily operations continue without disruption or looting.
Sisi kama jamii ya Maa ambayo tunaishi Kajiado, tarehe 25 tutatokelezea kama wana Kitengela, wana Ong'ata Rongai, wana Ngong, wana Kiserian na sehemu zote za Kajiado kuhakikisha tumesaidia security agencies ya serikali ya county na ya national.
Kwa kama vijana tunatumika mama kuja kufanya mambo ya maandamano, kuharibu mali, na at the end of the day sisi ndio tunakaa bila kazi. Wakati tunasikia away investors hapa Kitengela, sisi kama vijana ndio tutaumia.
Led by Maa community leaders, they have also warned against what they term as external agitators, saying they will block individuals they suspect of attempting to cause chaos under the guise of protests.
Tumesimama leo kama jamii ya maana wakaji wanabiashara wa Kitengela, tukilani wale magunsu wanaletwa waharibu biashara ya hawa watu. Hawa watu wanakula jasho yao. Hawa watu wanasomesha watoto wao na hii jasho yao. Mtu wa kulipwa shilingi 500 ama 1000 aje haribu biashara ya hawa watu. Tumesimama leo kidete tukisema hatutakubaliana na huyo.
Samira Mohammed for TV47, Nairobi.
Thank you, Samira Mohammed, for that report. And now we move to Homa Bay, where leaders allied to the broad-based government have praised members of parliament for passing the 2026 finance bill. Treasury Cabinet Secretary John Mbadi described the bill as the best, saying it was not controversial. Mbadi accused some MPs who, according to him, do not support the government of spreading false information about the bill. He said those who opposed the bill did so for political and tribal reasons. Speaking during a church service at Sobro Seventh-day Adventist Church in Kochia, Rangwe constituency, Homa Bay County, Mbadi claimed that some of those who rejected the bill did so without even reading it.
Work of God. And so I'm taking this very special occasion.
Everybody will agree with me that the bill that I took to Parliament did not have problems. It was not controversial. What was controversial is politics and ethnicity. Some people are opposing it because of politics, others because of tribe. Ni nani ametengeneza? Ni Mbadi. Kama ingetengenezwa na mtu wa kwao ingekuwa sawa.
Ile mtu ambaye hayuko inamaanisha anakubaliana na finance bill. Sisi tunajuana, Waswahili wanajuana kwa Velemba. Nimeona mwingine analia ati ameenda safari ili Joro. Hiyo ni kawaida, tunajuana. Sasa ile umekubaliana na sisi unaenda safari. Mimi najua.
And young, we thank you, John Mbadi, because you have gone to every forum to demystify the propaganda and the lies about the finance bill. And our MPs did a good job. Because when anybody came and said, sijui kuna clause ambayo inanyanyasa wananchi, ulikuwa unaambiwa, show us that clause.
We have passed the finance bill, the budget has been read, and the MPs voted in Parliament. And I must appreciate all the MPs who supported the finance bill that was brought to Parliament by CS John Mbadi.
Chaos erupted at the funeral of Silas Barasa, the late brother of the Kakamega Governor Fernandez Barasa, held at Hambodi Primary School in Mumia's East constituency. The incident occurred after Area Member of Parliament Peter Salasia was chased away by supporters of former Area MP Benjamin Washiali. The altercation began when Salasya criticized Western Region MPs for passing the finance bill in the National Assembly, claiming it was aimed at oppressing Kenyans. His remarks angered Washiali, who responded by accusing Salasya of awarding all local contracts exclusively to his friends. Meanwhile, Navakholo MP Emmanuel Wangwe defended the bill and criticized Salasya, saying it was designed to greatly benefit sugarcane farmers. Roots Party leader George Wajakoya and Kakamega Deputy Governor Ayub Savula also criticized MPs who skipped the parliamentary session during the passage of the bill.
It is a shame 187 MPs hawako bungeni saa ile finance bill inapitishwa. Kazi yao ni kuja kupigia mama kelele kwa matanga. Nimesikia mheshimiwa nani wa Mati amesema hapa. Amesema ati nyinyi mnasikia vizuri mko kwa serikali. Huwezi kuwa kwa serikali kama unasikia vizuri na ipatieni pesa kwa hospitali za county government. Hiyo ndio inafanya SHA haifanye kazi, wanatuletea bora na mambo mengine na vingine pale. Ni vizuri tukiwa kwa matanga. Mimi niwaambie jambo moja. You don't just address the entire finance bill. Kwa sababu si yote itakukuza ama itakufurahisha.
Meanwhile, Kenya has reaffirmed its commitment to protecting refugees and asylum seekers while advancing long-term solutions aimed at promoting self-reliance and socio-economic inclusion. As the country joined the world in marking World Refugee Day, calls were made for greater solidarity, inclusion and support for displaced persons. This report has been prepared by Mwende Kimwele.
Kenya remains a safe haven for more than 850,000 refugees and asylum seekers, making it one of the largest refugee hosting countries in Africa. But behind these numbers are powerful stories of light, survival and hope.
Kenya hosts more than 850,000 refugees and asylum seekers, primarily from the Great Lake region, the Horn of Africa, and the neighboring countries in East Africa.
Speaking during the World Refugee Day, Principal Secretary State Department for Immigration and Citizen Services Dr. Belio Kipsang says conflict, insecurity and climate shocks continue to force millions of people from their homes across the world.
While global displacement continue to rise and humanitarian resources face increasing strain, Kenya remains firm and committed to upholding protection while advancing durable and sustainable solutions.
In Kakuma, that journey is symbolized through a walk of solidarity, bringing together refugees, humanitarian agencies and host communities under the theme Until Hope is Safe.
With all due respect.
The walk speaks of distances traveled, but also highlights that the search for dignity remains unfinished.
And so the core message for today is until everyone is safe. And we do know that safety is just not about the protective shields that we give people, but it's also about restoring dignity to those that we serve, especially our refugee community.
Through the Shirika Plan, the government aims to shift the narrative from dependency to empowerment, enabling refugees and host communities to grow and thrive together.
When he launched the Shirika Plan in March last year, the President reaffirmed Kenya's commitment to a refugee response that combines protection with opportunity, inclusion with self-reliance.
However, as global funding declines, the message remains clear. Protection is not complete until everyone is safe.
Until everyone is safe. Thank you so much for that report. And now, as Kenya and the United Kingdom hold talks to renew the Batuk Agreement, affected families are calling for justice, compensation and accountability before any new deal is approved. Sally Davida reports on that.
Emotions ran high in Nanyuki as families alleging human rights abuses linked Batuk share their experiences and call for justice.
Well, thank you so much for that.
Among the cases discussed is that of Agnes Wanjiru, who was killed 14 years ago, with her family still seeking justice till now.
In our case, this is the 14th year, and I'm still in the media trying to push for justice. Same to the Kenyan government. They seem not to be interested.
The 5-year Batuk agreement expired in 2025, and talks to renew it is currently underway.
There should be a separate channel where women and children abandoned by these soldiers can be able to report these cases, and these cases can be handled to their logical conclusion.
Residents of Laikipia say the discussions have reopened old wounds and should not proceed without addressing long-standing grievances. However, the victims are urging the governments of Kenya and the United Kingdom to prioritize justice, compensation, and protection of the local communities in any agreement.
We apologize for that hitch. We are going to bring back that story for you. Meanwhile, political temperatures continue to rise in Mombasa County as leaders allied to President William Ruto intensify campaigns for national unity and rally support for his re-election bid ahead of the 2027 general election. Tana River Senator Danson Mungatana has criticized Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka and Rigathi Gachagua for failing to offer alternative solutions for Kenyans, yet they criticize the current administration.
Speaking during a fundraising event for a community organization in Likoni, National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula calls on Kenyans to reject the tribal and divisive politics, insisting that the country's future depends on leaders and citizens who place national interest above personal and political differences. Wetangula says the broad-based political arrangement currently in place provides an opportunity to foster inclusivity and accelerate development across the country.
Wanasiasa ambao wanatuambia nyinyi Wadigo ni wachache, hamuna shares za kutosha, sijui nyinyi ni nani, hamuna shares. Kenya ni nchi ya watu wote. Hakuna Mkenya mdogo, hakuna Mkenya mkubwa. Hakuna kabila ndogo, hakuna kabila kubwa.
Leaders at the gathering who openly endorsed President Ruto's second-term bid maintain that continuity in leadership under the broad-based government will help sustain ongoing development programs. Energy Cabinet Secretary Hassan Joho urges coast residents to strengthen ties with the national government, saying the region stands to benefit more by supporting President Ruto in the next election.
Tumsaidie William Ruto kwa hali na mali, atoboe raundi yake ya pili. Hapo mbele tuende nao tuambie tuliwasaidia, mtusaidie.
At the same time, Tana River Senator Danson Mungatana criticizes Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka and former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, accusing them of opposing government initiatives without offering practical alternatives to address challenges facing ordinary Kenyans. Mungatana was speaking in Chara Village.
Wameshindwa. Mwingine anachukua miwani katika bunge akitafuta ati hiyo uchumi imeongezwa wapi. Wameshindwa.
As the coast region continues to shape political discussions, Senate Speaker Amason Kingi also urged residents to remain vigilant and support leaders who prioritize the interests of the region. Kingi warns against politicians who exploit ethnic sentiments to gain political mileage, saying such tactics could derail the region's development agenda.
Viongozi watatoka nje ya pwani, watakuja hapa, wanakumbuka eti Likoni kuna Wakikuyu, watatoka kule kuja kuongelesha kilugha, wamuache mamamishi, wasikize lugha zao na wapige tofauti.
For many years, the coast region has been regarded as a stronghold of veteran opposition leader Raila Odinga. However, Kenya Kwanza leaders now appear determined to expand their influence in the region as political realignments continue to shape the road to the 2027 general election. Paul Kirobi, TV47.
Did you know that some people faint immediately after urinating? Well, there is a name for this phenomenon, and it's called micturition syncope. Our reporter Elizabeth Atieno spoke to a person with lived experience and also a health provider, and now brings a detailed report about this condition, which also highlights why you should avoid holding your urine for too long.
It all began with a social media post by Florence Njuguna, popularly known as Wanjiku wa Wakio, a content creator. In the video, Florence narrates how a 167-kilometer journey from Nakuru to Nairobi exactly 2 weeks ago took a drastic turn after she held her urine for far too long.
Past Gilgil, we are almost to Naivasha. That's when I felt, no, I cannot hold it anymore. And remember, I'm still sipping water. So I told the driver, like, you know, when you get somewhere near a washroom, please make a stopover. And he was like, is Daramea okay? I'm like, yeah, it's okay.
The clock was ticking fast, and Florence's bladder was getting full. When she finally rushed to the washroom to answer the call of nature, her body responded in a manner she had never experienced before.
So when I'm washing my hands, I saw like a feeling like I'm seeing darkness. There is a corridor there. So when I'm walking the corridor, I have this feeling like the walls, they are like moving towards each other, and I'm like, That's when I felt that I really want to fall down.
After the disturbing ordeal, Florence did not know that she had experienced a condition known as micturition syncope.
So I went to ChatGPT. I explained everything that happened to me, that what is happening to me. That's when ChatGPT was like, this is a condition.
Harun Boro, a healthcare provider at Mary Stops Kenya, explains the condition.
So in short, micturition syncope is simply fainting and passing out during or shortly after passing urine or after urination. The vagus nerve is stimulated, the heart rate goes down, the blood vessels dilate, and then now the pressure goes down, and then now the amount of oxygen getting to the brain goes down, and then now this person gets unconscious.
The condition is more common among men since they usually urinate while standing, but women, just like Florence, can also be affected.
So if you know that you have got this problem of collapsing when you are passing urine, just avoid the standing position. It might sound weird for a man to squat, right? But either way, it is important just to avoid this situation.
Expectant mothers can also be susceptible to this phenomenon, especially in the early morning hours.
The growing uterus might press against the bladder. So you find that with the women, their bladders who are pregnant, the bladders feel much faster.
Harun explains that it is important for one to urinate slowly, especially when the bladder is very full.
The reason why we tell people not to raise up immediately after passing urine is because now they give their body chance to adjust to that state of low pressure.
Although the phenomenon is rare and episodes usually last no more than 20 minutes, health experts warn that injuries sustained from falls during fainting can be dangerous.
Lying down on your left assists with the flow of blood.
While people aged between 40 and 50 are the most affected by the condition, pediatricians also encounter syncope in children, accounting for approximately 1 to 3% of emergency visits.
So because children also are not able to regulate their bladder, sometimes you may find that they are getting this issue of micturition syncope.
Some of the signs associated with micturition syncope include sweating, a rise in body temperature, dizziness, and other symptoms.
Other triggers that might cause this include issues like dehydration, we have fatigue, We have this abrupt rising up in the morning with a full bladder.
Experts say one may prevent an episode of fainting after urination by emptying the bladder every 3 hours and before going to sleep, limiting fluid intake in the evening, and quickly tensing the arms or legs without holding one's breath.
This specific issue of micturition syncope is from around 2 to 8% of all those cases of syncope.
If I'm fasting, I won't hold on my pee. Never again, never. Mutasimama hata kwa kichaka. If I'm in a matatu, mutasimama.
Now you know why holding your urine for too long can lead to fainting. So, the next time you feel the urge to pee, do not delay. Head to the washroom. While simple preventive measures such as hydration, medication, and safe bathroom setup could reduce the risk of this condition, a healthcare provider is needed to identify and treat urinary or cardiovascular factors to this condition. Elizabeth Atieno, TV47, Nairobi.
Thank you, Elizabeth Atieno. Every day is a school day. And moving on to sickle cell disease cases and deaths have reduced in Siaya County over the past 5 years. According to health officials, a total of 656 patients were admitted with sickle cell-related complications between 2021 and 2026, while only 28 deaths were recorded during the period. Susan Locho reports.
In Siaya County, a story of hope is emerging.
Cover even government facilities.
5 years ago, sickle cell disease posed a major challenge to many families across the region. Today, that narrative is beginning to change.
Today, we gather not only to acknowledge the challenges, but also to celebrate the remarkable progress we have made in prevention, diagnosis, treatment, and support for affected individuals and families.
A total of 656 patients received timely care, while deaths from the disease dropped to just 28.
We have witnessed a steady decline in mortality from 2022 to 2026, and a notable reduction in hospital admissions since 2025.
Behind these numbers are the lives saved and families given a new lease of life.
Has been the enhancements of screening and diagnostic services through the availability of electrophoresis diagnostic equipment. Early diagnosis.
At the Siaya County Referral Hospital, County Health Executive Professor Jacqueline Odwol says strategic investment in healthcare are delivering tangible results. The focus now shifts beyond treatment to prevention as health authorities intensify efforts to curb the disease.
Our dedicated community health promoters continue to visit households across the county, facilitating early identification, referral, and follow-up of individuals living with sickle cell disease.
Young people and couples are encouraged to know their genetic status before starting a family, a step experts say can help reduce the risk of severe sickle cell conditions in future generations. Susan Locho for TV47.
And now on matters sport, Haiti became the first nation to exit the 2026 FIFA World Cup after suffering a 3-0 defeat to Brazil in their second Group C match on Friday. A dominant first-half display from the 5-time world champions inspired by Matthias Cunha's race, and a goal from Vinicius Jr. propelled Brazil to the top of the group while ending Haiti's hopes of reaching the knockout stage. Today we see Germany battle against Ivory Coast in a highly anticipated showdown.
So what do we call this dish again?
Certainly tight.
The cucumbers are there specifically for my beauty routine.
Vinny Jr. more central. Now he takes it wide.
Now Amanda.
And that shot is saved, and on the follow-up, it's going to... That's now for Brazil. Vinicius Junior slips it through, fired into the...
energy. Sundays at 8:30 p.m. on TV47. Saturday at 8:30 p.m.
My father used to tell me that our hotel is the home for travelers. I guess I forgot that. Recently, it's been more of a mirror of my own ambition. Ooh, yeah. We might fail. We will probably fail, but not for a lack of trying. So for the last time, and the first time, welcome to Connect In, the best experience in Eastern Central Africa and its environs.
Saturday at 8:30 p.m. on TV47. Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m.
This is a very serious place.
I see that.
At 8:30 p.m. on TV47.
Let's take a short break right now, pay some bills, and when we come back, we have a very interesting conversation lined up for you. We're meeting a man living with disability and still meeting his obligations as a father. Him and his daughters will be here right at the other side of that break, so don't go too far.